Everyone's seen it. Those social media clips promising miracle growth from tossing banana peels into flower pots or garden beds. The idea sounds tempting. After all, bananas are packed with potassium, calcium and phosphorus, all vital for healthy plants. But here's the truth. If you simply drop banana peels into your pots, you're not feeding your plants. You're feeding rot, mold and fruit flies. The key isn't whether banana peels work, it's how you use them. Done right, they can transform your soil into a nutrient-rich powerhouse. Done wrong, they'll choke roots and attract pests. So today, we're diving deep into the science behind banana peels and revealing the single most important step you must take before using them in pots. Banana peels are nutrient-rich, but raw peels decompose the wrong way in pots. Banana peels are loaded with plant nutrients: potassium for strong stems and disease resistance, phosphorus for root development, and calcium for cell structure. There's even a trace of magnesium and sulfur, both key players in chlorophyll production. On paper, it looks like nature's perfect fertilizer. The problem begins when you drop raw peels straight into potted soil. Inside a pot, oxygen and microbial circulation are limited. Raw peels, which are thick and fibrous, don't break down easily in such an enclosed space. Instead, they start to ferment and decay anaerobically, without oxygen, which produces foul odors and releases compounds that can temporarily inhibit root growth. Instead of feeding your plant, that banana peel can end up forming a slimy layer that repels water and blocks air exchange. Over time, it also attracts gnats, fruit flies, and fungal growth that harms seedlings and indoor plants. So, while the nutrients are there, the delivery system is all wrong. The goal is to make those nutrients available to plants quickly and safely, and that requires transformation, not just decomposition. You must pre-treat banana peels before adding them to any container soil. The key to turning banana peels into true plant food lies in preparation. Raw peels are too dense, but when they're processed properly, they become an instantly accessible, nutrient-rich organic amendment. The simplest method is to dehydrate or ferment them before use. Dehydration is straightforward. You dry the peels in the sun or in a low-temperature oven until they're crisp, then grind them into a fine powder. This method removes moisture, prevents rot, and concentrates nutrients. Once powdered, the banana peel breaks down rapidly once mixed into soil or water, releasing potassium and calcium without creating anaerobic pockets. A teaspoon of banana powder per pot every few weeks is enough to enrich the root zone without overloading it. The fermentation method is more advanced, but honestly incredibly effective. Slice the banana peels into small pieces and place them in a jar with a 1-to-1 mix of water and brown sugar or molasses. Let it sit loosely covered for 5 to 7 days in a warm spot. During that time, beneficial bacteria break down the fibrous structure of the peels, releasing nutrients into the liquid. The result is a natural plant tonic known as fermented banana tea. Strain it and dilute 1 part of the liquid with 10 parts of water before watering your potted plants. The fermentation not only releases nutrients faster, but also introduces beneficial microbes that enhance soil health and root activity. The reason preparation matters, really, is microbial compatibility inside potted soil. You see, healthy soil isn't just dirt. It's a living system of bacteria, fungi, and organic matter all working together. In the confined environment of a pot, this balance is, well, quite delicate. Adding raw banana peels throws it off because anaerobic decay favours the wrong kind of microbes, the sort that produce methane, alcohols, and acids. These compounds can actually damage fine root hairs and disrupt nutrient uptake. When you dry, powder, or ferment the peel first, you're essentially pre-digesting it. That means the organic material enters the pot in a form the soil's existing microbes can process instantly, without, competing or disrupting the system. The potassium becomes soluble, the calcium stays accessible, and the phosphorus gets absorbed into the soil matrix instead of just leaching away. It's the difference between tossing food scraps into a pond and feeding fish with nutrient pellets. Both contain nutrients, but only one supports a balanced ecosystem. Properly prepared banana peels can really transform soil texture and plant performance. When banana peels are used the right way, the improvements are, easy to see. In potted vegetables like tomatoes or peppers, you'll notice thicker stems, greener leaves, and even earlier flowering. That's because potassium from the peel enhances photosynthesis efficiency and water regulation within plant cells. The calcium, on the other hand, reinforces cell walls, making plants more resilient to heat, stress, and fungal infections. Meanwhile, phosphorus from the peel supports root expansion, especially critical for container plants that are, limited in space. So here's a practical example for you. Take 2 identical pots of spinach. In one, you'll want to mix in 1 tablespoon of banana peel powder into the top 2 inches of soil. In the other, just leave it untreated. Within about 3 weeks, you'll notice the treated pot has, noticeably deeper green foliage and much faster regrowth after harvesting. That's because banana-derived potassium, improves chlorophyll function and cell turgidity, which allows for faster nutrient movement inside the plant. Alternatively, for houseplants or flowering species like geraniums or roses, you'll want to use the fermented banana liquid once every 2 weeks during active growth. The sugars and microbial content from fermentation, they stimulate soil bacteria, helping nutrients cycle faster and maintaining consistent soil moisture, without any risk of waterlogging. The only time banana peels harm plants is when they are used carelessly. Never bury thick chunks directly in pots, especially with indoor plants. The limited oxygen and moisture control lead to root rot. And, avoid pouring concentrated banana liquid directly onto dry soil, as the sudden influx of sugars can temporarily create a bacterial imbalance. Moderation and method are key. A light top dressing or diluted solution always works better than raw waste. If you want a step-by-step formula that works every time, here's what to do. First, collect fresh banana peels, rinse them to remove any chemical residues, and cut them into small pieces. Next, either dehydrate and grind them into powder or ferment them for about a week. Then, apply the powder lightly over the soil surface or mix it into water for liquid feeding. Always water after application to help nutrients penetrate the root zone evenly. Within a few weeks, you'll notice stronger growth, darker foliage, and improved soil texture. Banana peels aren't a magic trick. They're biology at work. When handled correctly, they deliver a concentrated, slow-release source of natural nutrients that support long-term plant health. But the secret lies not in what you use, but how you prepare it. A banana peel is potential. Your preparation turns it into power. If you found this breakdown helpful and want more practical soil science for real-world gardening, make sure to subscribe to Botanical. Share this with a fellow grower who still tosses peels straight into their pots, and help them learn how a little preparation turns waste into one of nature's finest fertilizers.